What up, YouTube world? Only one package in today, but again, I would try not to have so much in one video, because, and again, like everybody else has said, I don't really care about the quantity, so I want to make sure everybody sort of gets a chance to watch. And I know not everybody wants to watch a fucking 40-minute video, but sometimes that's just not feasible with me. I'm not going to sit here rip through a few 15, 20 cards. Here's this, here's this, here's this, and that's it. So, stupid me joined another Facebook group, and they had a bunch of the basketball, the auction page. Had a bunch of basketball, of course. Why wouldn't they? But he's got his own, well, as everybody does, they have their own bidders. And this one, again, I think I was in it before, won a few cards, and then just bowed out, because I'm like, man, there's, again, far too many of these fucking things out there, and I just keep on spending money. But this, I think a lot of this stuff is nice. I'm very happy with it. I'll show this first. I came on the bottom of like one of my searches. I figured I'll throw an opening bid on it, and I won it. 2000 Upper Deck jersey, and it came in the mag too, so that's fucking nice. Kevin Johnson, OCA. So, happy with that. I like Kevin Johnson. I've got a small collection of his stuff. Not like I'm going to actively search, but I came up, and I think when I was looking at in the counter, Northcutt. So, well, whatever. So for $4, magnetic included, you really can't beat that. Just trying to think how I want to do these. I know what I want to do last, because I thought it was a steal. Okay. So I spent too much the first week. This past week, I think I spent 6. There's probably a couple others I could have went for, but I was just like, I really need to save for nationals. So here's a $50 card. Know that I've got to curtail my spending at some point here, just for nationals. It makes sense too, because I'll have less money for nationals, and even though I might not find a lot of stuff I want, it's been 6 years, I think. This will be the 6th year that I haven't been to one. So, I'm the previous 3 have been spent in a different mindset of collecting. I mean, it's something probably stupid to try to explain. So good. I don't like drinking pop, but I'm such a big A&W fan. That's so good when it's cold. Anyway, and I'll still probably do a lot of that collecting mindset. Where again, I'll look for the PC guys. I'll look for Amaro if there's a mint Amaro. If there's one Josh Johnson, probably 2 that I'm looking for. I don't even know where they'd be. I've seen the Topps Chrome autograph Superfractor once, and it went for I think like $650, and that was back in 10 or 11, maybe 12. But at the same point, I'm like, fuck that. If it's 200, if they want 200 for that, I'd drop it in a heartbeat. And the Joel Zumaya Johnson Ultimate Collection, dual logo man. So, and then there's like other superfractors. There's a booklet from the All-Star patch of like 2010, 11, triple threads maybe, 2009 even. But and those are super shot in the dark things. Obviously, Chicago, you're probably going to run across some Walter Payton stuff. You're going to run across probably a lot of Bears Forte stuff that'll be in bargain boxes. You're going to run across Jordan, Pippen. Cubs, I'm sure, are just going to be fucking saturated everywhere. I'm sure by the third table I look at with cards, I'm probably going to be sick and tired of Chris Bryant. But I'm going to just sort of look. I'll be like, fuck. There's an Oscar Robertson auto that looks pretty mint. I like that. There's a George Mikan patch. You don't see George Mikan patch cards. There's I won't look for him, but I mean, like an Ed Belfour, a Bobby Hull, because you know there's going to be a lot of Chicago Blackhawks stuff. Kane, but just stuff that's catching my eye, that's enjoyable, that won't fucking bankrupt me. I mean, would I love a MJ auto? Absolutely, but I don't want a North Carolina one. Not to say there's anything wrong with it, but I want a Bulls one. And I know that's going to be near $1,000, and that's just not a feasible financial quote-unquote investment for me. A Patrick Ewing, that's one of the guys I'd really love to find a nice on-card Patrick Ewing auto. I loved his volleyball knee pads. he just looked like an old school player, and I loved him. But I mean, it's gonna be a different mindset for me. Actually going in there and not just saying, well, I'm gonna just just go in the dollar boxes or the $5 boxes or the $10 boxes, and I'm just gonna look at that stuff. I'll look at that, but I mean, it's gonna be a quick flip through if nothing catches my eye. If it's just like chrome, I don't know, whatever refractors numbered to 100, stuff like that of decent prospects, I might look, but it might be something nice down the road to have, but I don't want it. If it's a Moses Malone patch for $10, numbered to like 20, 50. If it's a Dr. J patch to 25 for $10. If it's a Larry Bird for $10. If it's I mean, I'll even take like Carl Ehlers, Tarkington, Staubach, Plunkett, Emmett. I mean, just stuff that these people are proven. It's gonna be fun. I'm nervous because it's so far out of my realm of actual collecting. Like if I find a Mutombo auto for $10, I'm gonna be flipping shit. But again, it's not just gonna be looking for the usual shitbag, dickhead dirtballs that I usually, in the past 3 nationals, have looked for. And I mean, I've gotten some nice cards, but at the same time, they're cards that nobody has wanted. I mean, it's like Bubba Frank's cards to 20. I mean, everybody thinks that's shit. I mean, they'd want a king's ransom for that. But I digress. Just wanted to go over that because, I mean, I've been thinking, Michael's singing about Everett texting him in the fucking video yesterday, 2 days ago, and getting so excited for nationals. I mean, it's our candy shop. That's what it is. Even if we're not finding every candy we like, we'll see something like, wow, what's this? It's intriguing. Let me talk to said vendor or somebody. Give you something to think about. But it's just... I'll get my shoes off for the day. It's fucking after 3 o'clock on a Saturday. I just got back from work. Making them dollars. Working them hours. Said nobody ever. But I mean, I might look at some game used just shitbag jerseys, just because it's something cool. Because you know there's gonna be old White Sox stuff. That's my squad. Phillies, Sox. Those are my squads. I know people say you can only have one. Fuck that. I've got a piece of the old Comiskey Park somewhere at my mom's. Some steel beam that my dad jumped over the fence on the freeway to get my brother and I a steel beam from Comiskey. My first player that besides McGuire, Henderson, the A's, besides that team in '88 of the A's, where, I mean, I think every kid of that era that wasn't a Cincinnati fan, that wasn't a Giants fan, loved Oakland. I mean, McGuire and Canseco. Frank Thomas. That '08 was probably one of the most fun years because I bought all kinds of Frank Thomas stuff that back in the mid '90s I couldn't afford, that I slayed it. But if I can find something like of Harold Baines, of Ron Karkovice, Joey Cora, why am I blanking on everyone? Scott Radinsky, Wilson Alvarez. If I can find stuff like that, or even a little older, I'm all for it. I don't want to pay a huge premium. If I can get something, it's just something different. It's going to be a fun national, I figure. I don't know how much interaction I'll do. I know I'll talk to a lot of you guys. I know I will. I'll probably talk to people I don't like, or that don't like me, because I'm not a likable fella. But I think I'm going to be so focused on just finding interesting things. And again, not interesting as like a Picasso cut or the Nolan Ryan Ventura shadow box type situation. I've seen those and I like it, but I don't know. It has to be the right piece, and it isn't going to be a fucking $5,000 piece either. But I've said it a few times already. I believe I'm repeating myself. It's going to be just a fun, different nationals where it's not just the usual looking for shit bags and picking up some Hall of Famers, and that's seemingly where my collection's going. It's not even really a PC. It's just what I like, what I think is appealing aesthetically, and what fits within my budget. If I can acquire it, I'll try to acquire it. So, 13 minutes in and I've shown one card. If you're still paying attention, good for you. I'll get through these. I think this was like about a $50 worth of cards. So, first up is I don't know, Andres Briseño, purple auto. Probably not going to pan out to more than a hill of beans. A pitcher, 6'5", 171, so he needs to put on some weight. Born in '92, so he's 25 years old. Probably not going to do much, which isn't good, but I think that was a pretty cheap acquisition there. I like this kid. Willie Adamaze, refractor auto. I think he's one of their top prospects. I think, what trade did he come over in? Doesn't say. I can't remember what trade. He came over in a big money trade. This, I think... I think was out of Black Box. It says Panini NBA Finals. And he has been doing well for Washington. And I'm a big fan. I think it's the second, third auto of his. Nets, of course, let him go or traded him for nothing. Bojan Bogdanovic. Very solid player for Washington. Nice contributing player. Rookie auto, 4 of 25. Now this one is outstanding. Because I was hoping to get him in a Rockets uni. Because I've watched, of course, they fucking absolutely shit the bed in Game 6. And people think the fix is in because Harden played so fucking bad. But I like this guy a lot. I'm a big fan. I was shocked New Orleans didn't really do anything to re-sign him at all. And again, I'm talking NBA, and I'm sure 95% of you are like, I don't fucking even know New Orleans had a basketball team. Hit a ton of threes, had some big games. This is in a New Orleans uni. And this, as soon as I won this, I was excited. Like, man, I wish he had some Rocket shit. I fucking watched 2 breaks, I think, NT basketball, and he's got a patch auto in there. So I'm gonna have to hopefully get that for a minimal amount because I really don't want to pay more than like 10 shipped. But a Ryan Anderson 2-color patch auto. Big fan of his. Not to the point where I'm going to collect him. But if you see a few more cards like of this quality come in, this is out of Immaculate, by the way, 48/75. It's just because I like the way he plays. I mean, he's like I was in basketball, except I'm fat. A very streaky player, where he can fucking pile up the threes, or he can go 0 for 10 and shit the bed constantly. Happy to get this. He was in a little scuffle a couple games ago for Boston. On-card auto, which is finally nice. Number 3 of 10 out of Prime Signatures. The film cell. Mr. Kelly Olynyk, rookie card. I like him a lot too. This guy will have the distinction of, don't put it against a empty pop can, being picked before Mr. Michael Jordan. And I love this because it's in a Blazers uni, the old Blazers, on card. I think I paid $6 for it. It's out of Gala. And it's a very nice auto. It's just everything about Gala looks fancy. Just everything meshes well. Generagraphs. And again, people always say, well, fuck, Sam Bowie did nothing. If he didn't, I don't know if it was a second season. I want to say he was hurt right away. And then his second year he played, and his third year, right away he dislocated his knee. And pretty much never was the same. Because again, medical marvels that are of today were not of that time. But I'm very happy to add this to the collection because I've got a list going, and this was one of the guys I really wanted to add. Not that it cost a lot, but just historical significance and just another, like Greg Oden, what could have been. I'll show you the back. Again, Panini with the beautiful picture. And the last one is a football card. And I don't think I paid more than $8 for this. But I'm sure it's worth it. Because this was one right at the end of the auction too. I just kept on thinking, do I really want this? Do I really need this? Now, 8. Send or submit, and it's like 5 seconds before the bell, and nobody got the chance. But a 2012 Panini Contenders, numbered 10 of 20. Second round pick for the Baltimore Ravens out of Alabama. Linebacker. I have no idea what his number is in the NFL. I don't know if it's 90 or not. I don't know how well he's done. I think he's been hurt a couple times, but I figured for $8, you find that on eBay. Cracked Ice, Courtney Upshaw. Fortunately on sticker. Fortunately, though, all of it's on the sticker. With the 98 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor ripoff. So there it is, YouTube world. You 20 minutes plus. Oh, 22. Yikes. So if you stuck it out, you listen to my rambling, congratulations. You got to see some nice cards. Nothing of great significance, I'll be the first to admit that, but some visually appealing cards. Some have potential, some really don't. Price point. So there it is. I'll end it there because, fuck, you've listened to me talk long enough, and if you still are, oof, more power to you. Take her easy, YouTube. She's easy? Take her twice.